Hello, fourth grade. Welcome to another asynchronous music lesson with Mr. Moffat. For this lesson, you will not need your recorders. You will just need your eyes and ears. Today's lesson is all about rhythm. Now, when most people think of rhythm, they might think of the drums. Drums are a lot of fun to play, but they're not the only instrument that uses rhythm. In fact, every instrument needs to utilize rhythm just to perform, just to play. The act of going from one note to another is in itself creating some kind of rhythm, because without rhythm, we're stuck on one note. The music can't move forward without creating some type of rhythm, however simple or complex that is. So there is rhythm. We're going to study two types of notes today. The quarter note, as you see on the screen, which is filled in. It's a solid note head, and it lasts for one beat long. And the eighth note, which you can see here on the screen, is in two forms. When it's paired up with another eighth note, there's this beam connecting the two notes. When it's just a single eighth note by itself, the beam hangs off of that stem, and we call it a flag, because it just kind of hangs there like a flag. The eighth note is one half of a beat. So when you put two eighth notes together, they equal one full beat. Now, since music is organized in something called measures, which are groups of 4 beats at a time, quarter notes can fit into a measure 4 times. So on the screen, you have a measure of 4 quarter notes, and we count those like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Another way to count them, which is really a better way, a more complete way, is to subdivide or count in between the numbers the word and it looks like this on your music. It sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Those ands just keep the notes in place a little better. Instead of just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm thinking in my head 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's already a more rhythmic and more steady way to count. It's definitely more reliable and more dependable. Now on the screen you have a measure of eighth notes. And if you notice, instead of 4, there's now 8 of them. Because eighth notes are half of a beat, we could fit 2 eighth notes per beat. And for 4 beats total, we could fit 8 eighth notes. You guessed it. So on the screen it looks like this. Now, counting-wise, I'm going to put the counts up so you can see how the numbers and the ands line up with the eighth notes. It would sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's how I would think about eighth notes when I was performing eighth notes. Here's a measure of 4 quarter notes on a trumpet. 1, 2, ready, go. Here's a measure of 8 eighth notes on a trumpet. 1, 2, ready, here I go. Notice how the eighth notes are faster. There's more of them in a measure, so each one takes up less space and moves quicker through the measure. In music, I'd say the two most common notes, the ones you see most often and you maybe hear most often when you're listening to music, are quarter notes and eighth notes. So that's why we're going to focus our rhythm study today on those. There are other types of notes, but those two are of primary importance. Now we're going to watch a video that is going to take you through all these different rhythms that are based only on the 2 notes we discussed: quarter notes and eighth notes. And I would love it if you watch the music, listen to the rhythms being played and try to clap along. Each rhythm they put up on the board is going to be performed 4 times before they move on to the next rhythm. And I believe there are 8 rhythms in total. So please watch this short video, try to clap along, participate with the video, and do your best staying with it. Okay, there were actually 7 rhythms they took you through. I lied when I said there were 8. How'd you do? I hope that you stayed with it, and I hope that you were able to clap the rhythms and count through them and do that accurately. Rhythms are so critical for a musician, for someone learning an instrument, whether it's the recorder, whether it's the flute, whether it's the clarinet, whether it's that drum set that I played earlier in the lesson. Everything we do, even singing, if you're a vocalist, rhythms come into play because you can't sing a song without creating some type of rhythm. It's just a part of music, and it's a really important part. So I take it really seriously, and I think since we've played all these recorder songs now, we're up to 4 songs on the recorder. It's important to discuss rhythm and how rhythm works and reading rhythm on a page. We've read rhythms a lot now in here, and some of you have understood them, and some people maybe have gotten confused with, well, wait, how do I know when to go to the next note? A key to it is when I play, sometimes I'll tap my foot. If I'm just playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, I'll tap my foot, tap, 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 so that I could keep the beat when I'm playing it. If I don't tap my foot, if I just kind of play it, I could be out of rhythm like this. So you could hear that was a bit unsteady. It was not even. The notes didn't go from one to the next fluently. I had some pauses where I stopped too long, and then sometimes when I rushed, when I went too fast. I'm going to try it again. This time I'm going to show you much better rhythm. 1, 2, here I go. That time, I was much more in sync with the beat. It was more steady. It was more under control. And the best thing about that is if I was going to play that in a band or with a friend or with a group as a duet, as a huge piece with an ensemble, I would fit right with the ensemble. The first way I did it out of rhythm, I wouldn't be together with anybody, and it would be basically impossible for me to perform with a group if I was out of rhythm. So for that reason, we study rhythm. We try to think about it in our head. We count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we tap our foot. We sometimes use a metronome, which was that machine that I've used before in recorder lessons where it gives you the beep, 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 beep. It just beeps and gives you the beat. And the metronome stays right on time. Whatever time you set it at, it just keeps going. It's not going to start slowing down or speeding up on you. It's going to stay right on the beat. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. Please complete the Google form that is under this assignment on our Google Classroom. And it's a very simple form on rhythm. It's just going to ask you some of the things we covered today. And go ahead and submit that. And have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to our rhythm lesson. Have a great day. We out of here. Bye.